brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to...
Alshon Jeffrey! Touchdown, Philadelphia! Alshon Jeffrey! 60
I hate
yards.
that shit when they go for the pick. Then they don't even play no defense after that.
Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start
You
the
don't
game
get the
and
pick.
score.
And I don't know if that was
Burners.
Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Come on, Pollard. Let's see what you got, dude.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure
Hey, you can hit the quarterback like that?
At varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Throwing, Prescott.
Come on.
Going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
That nigga gotta start punting.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Looking for Aguilar, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Uses the stiff arm, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Wentz going to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Malik Collins. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. On 2nd down now. It's Howard. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, it's our home team with possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now Prescott, blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now.
Murray who?
Away from about his 35.
Oh, yeah, well,
this is fielded at the 7.
there's been a lot of Murrays, my nigga. No, we drafted that nigga.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The 30, past the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Jason Witten, 84 yards.
That slow motherfucker, I didn't think you were going to make it, G.
From tying the football game.
Hey, but you see how I ran sideways for him to pick that nigga up?
Point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Woo, Deshaun!
To the 38-yard line. Great return.
What's up, everybody?
What up?
303 unique.
They head out to take over possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
You ready to go?
They control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line.
I'm sending it in, bro.
You start to win first down. You win
303.
second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to.
I didn't like what you did to me. I didn't like it one bit. I'm coming too. I want to see you again. I don't think that really happened, but I would like to come and see you again, young man. If that's okay with you. See what? Get used to it? See, you look young, little, smart, little motherfucker. I gotta put you in your place, man. I'm coming to see. Ain't shit. I'm coming to see. Well, get used to whooping my ass. Yes, sir. Get used to whooping my ass. Because every time I see you, I'm coming to see. How about that? I'll be a thorn, motherfucker.
All you niggas are.
No, what you say, Ken Hunt, I'm sorry, bro.
It's going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to get some room for their punter and maybe put the field position for the defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
You know that.
halftime rolls around.
Oh, I bet a guy, man.
The highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Man,
from
block
our
him.
studios in Orlando. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Gonna look deep, and that's caught inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go.
I don't know.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts.
Maybe
of the
illegal
red zone
contact.
for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is
Hey, you nigga, I ain't played you this year on the game yet.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Wentz to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
I know that nigga's leg past the motherfucking plane, but I don't know about his about the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
You say what?
Nice fight. What's good?
Hey, give me a second, G.
All right. Okay. Hey, you want to play somebody? Well, I got this new guy, man. I want you to play. You don't know him. We're going to come in. I just met him online. I think he played with Chicago. Nah, his name is Jazz. Well, he played pretty good. I beat him though, but he played pretty good. All right. Well, you the coach behind your joystick, so you do what you feel is necessary. That's what I do.
Brothers, I'm gonna say it like this.
Yeah, they sure do. And I'm loving every bit of it. And we all.
Sails over the end line.
On base, they bring his jacket out.
That's
to
right.
Keep him warm. A lot of times the punter
Big 10, Nick. Big 10. Big 10, baby.
Looking for Cooper, and
Big
it's
10.
intercepted.
He came from
Picked
Michigan.
off by Rodney McLeod. And he's given his guys a shot for late points.
That's like the only nigga you know
That's
that
right.
came from
For a
Michigan.
field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Sproles.
Yeah.
He'll just push his way
And
forward.
Brady gave you all of
The
them.
clock will run. And with
He
just
came
1
from
second
Michigan, dog.
remaining in
Big
the first
10.
half,
Don't forget.
they'll call the timeout.
I'm gonna hit you all day, baby.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on
say
line.
what?
It's well wide to the left.
We don't know.
So 2
We'll never
quarters
know
down,
that.
2 remain. Charles and I return after the
That
break.
nigga pissing you off or
Okay,
what?
Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
There we go. There we go, baby.